I looked through my keyhole for hours and hours. Convinced there were people walking by waiting for me.
I used to peer through the windows of my apartment because I was convinced that there was somebody out there waiting and watching me. And my neighbors would just laugh at me and tell me to get some sleep.
When you're doing lots of meth over a long period of time, then go without sleep, you eventually experience what's known as meth psychosis. It's feelings of paranoia and fear. It's because meth stimulates the emotional center of the brain. We see things that aren't real as it affects the visual part of the brain. We hear things that aren't real as it affects the auditory part of the brain.
I heard voices coming from my shower head. It got so bad that I couldn't shower. Ever.
In our lower brains or limbic systems, we have devices that help us experience appropriate fear. Fear that helps us to survive, like moving out of the way of an oncoming car. All beings in nature have this. It's what makes animals flee from enemies. It's a life-saving device. Meth usage especially stimulates this lower part of the brain, so what used to be a natural fear response becomes a heightened and unnatural fear response, sometimes to stimulus that isn't even present. One very important thing to realize in recovery from meth usage is that the feelings of paranoia don't immediately end when we stop doing the drug. These symptoms will eventually fade as the brain heals itself. This is a reminder that addiction is a brain disorder and not a moral failure.
Last week in family group, when you were explaining this